Every time your thumb swipes up, you are being hunted. You're suffocating on a toxic digital Ponzi scheme. Today, we slaughter that illusion. With exactly one single dollar, 60 ticking minutes, and a ruthless AI, watch me build an empire, or remain a victim to the algorithm forever. Every time your thumb swipes up on that glowing screen, you are being hunted. You are breathing in the toxic fumes of a deeply insidious get-rich-quick illusion, drowning in a sea of fabricated digital wealth. You see them every single day. 19-year-old boys pointing with unearned arrogance at heavily manipulated Shopify dashboards, flexing rented Lamborghinis, and looking down at you from the balconies of Airbnbs they can barely afford. It makes your stomach turn, doesn't it? They are selling you a financial mirage, a glittering digital Ponzi scheme where the only individuals actually escaping the rat race are the ones selling you the map to a treasure that does not even exist. The vast majority of hopeful beginners who swallow these shallow, copy-paste tutorials end up suffocating. They choke not on cash, but on the crippling debt they have racked up chasing a phantom across the internet. In the midst of all this noise and relentless deception, Rich Habits Daily warmly welcomes you to a sanctuary where illusions come to die and reality is brutally laid bare. If you are exhausted by these delusions of overnight wealth and are starving for the unvarnished, raw truth about money and business, I urge you to hit that subscribe button right now. Your support is the vital heartbeat that drives this channel to keep exposing the frauds and delivering the highest caliber of financial reality directly to your screen. I am Mark Tilbury, and today I am going to tear this entire charade to the ground. We are going to strip away the rented supercars, shatter the fake screenshots, and dissect the true anatomy of AI e-commerce with the cold, surgical precision of a corporate liquidator. I am not here to coddle your feelings or feed you sweet lies. I am here to expose exactly what it takes to forge a real, breathing, cash-flowing asset using artificial intelligence. Let us establish what dropshipping actually was before the internet gurus bastardized it. Traditionally, it was a brutal game of retail arbitrage. You built a storefront, listed products you never held, and waited for a victim to buy before routing the order to an overseas supplier. It was a logistical nightmare, a liquidity blood clot of blind inventory management, horrendous shipping times, and precious capital burned to ash testing garbage that nobody wanted. But artificial intelligence has entirely rewritten the rules of engagement. Listen to me closely. AI is not a magic wand that prints money while you sleep. It is a ruthless, unforgiving efficiency engine. It obliterates the guesswork, condenses weeks of agonizing building into mere minutes, and optimizes your conversion funnel with cold, hard, merciless data. To prove this to you, I am stripping away every single safety net. I am stepping into a game of deadly financial Jenga, where one single miscalculation will collapse the entire architecture. I am setting 3 draconian constraints for today's operation. Rule number 1. We will utilize only free or trial-based AI operatives, and our total starting capital is exactly $1 single US dollar. Not 1 penny more. If this model holds any truth, it must survive purely on operational leverage, not injected capital. Rule number 2. A zero physical footprint. This entire empire must be orchestrated from this exact laptop, leaving no physical trace. No warehouses, no cardboard boxes, no packing tape. We are constructing a purely digital distribution node. Rule number 3. Speed is our only financial oxygen tank. The entire infrastructure, from store conceptualization to product sourcing to flipping the switch live must be flawlessly executed in under 60 minutes. The clock is already bleeding out. 60 minutes are on the board. If you possess the iron stomach required to face reality, watch every single second of this journey, because the brutal lessons hidden in this next hour will either build your future empire or save you from utter financial ruin. The clock has already started bleeding out its first few seconds, and with the crushing weight of that 60-minute deadline now pressing down on us, we must immediately pivot from theory into ruthless, calculated execution. You cannot build a towering skyscraper on a foundation of rotting wood, and you certainly cannot build a sustainable digital empire selling cheap, useless plastic garbage that takes 4 weeks to arrive from overseas. This is where 99% of amateur dropshippers seal their own financial coffins. They blindly chase saturated trends, copying the exact same posture correctors and glowing dog collars as 1,000 other desperate beginners, hoping to catch a stray dollar in a crowded market. We are not doing that. We are entering the market as snipers, not shotgun-wielding rookies. To win this game without capital, you must understand a fundamental law of human psychology. People do not buy products. They buy solutions to their pain. Or they buy a highly customized identity. With $0 to spend on expensive market research tools, I am opening the free tier of ChatGPT. This is our AI architect. But I am not going to ask it a lazy question like, "What should I sell?" If you feed an AI garbage inputs, it will spit out garbage outputs. Instead, I command the AI to act as a seasoned behavioral economist. I instruct it to scrape cross-reference data on rising millennial anxieties, specifically focusing on micro-niches where consumers are experiencing acute daily frustration but are drastically underserved by major retail chains. Within seconds, the screen fills with hyper-specific data points. The AI identifies a surging trend in ergonomic desk setups for remote workers who are developing chronic wrist pain, combined with a demand for sustainable materials. We have our angle. We are not just selling a mouse pad. We are selling a pain relief system disguised as premium office decor. I then cross-reference this hyper-specific demand with free supplier databases, hunting for a manufacturing partner who can dropship premium, sustainable bamboo ergonomic accessories with local warehousing to avoid those dreaded 30-day shipping times. The AI sifts through the logistics, the margins, and the supplier ratings with a terrifying, emotionless speed. A human would take 3 days to compile this data, cross-check the reviews, and calculate the break-even points. The AI does it in exactly 4 minutes. It hands me a supplier with a high trust rating, a solid profit margin of 65%, and a product that solves a genuine, agonizing physical pain for a specific demographic. We have our product, we have our supplier, and our total capital spent is still exactly $0. The foundation is poured, but a product without a stage is completely invisible to the world, which brings us to the brutal art of digital presentation. Once you hold the cure to your customer's pain, your immediate and most critical battle is convincing them that you are a legitimate authority, not a fly-by-night scam artist operating out of a basement. This is the arena where consumer trust is either forged in iron or shattered into a million pieces. The modern consumer has developed a razor-sharp intuition for deception. If your website looks like a hastily assembled template plastered with low-resolution images and broken English, their brain will instantly trigger a red flag, and they will bounce off your page in less than 3 seconds. You will lose the sale, and you will never get that potential customer back. Remember our first constraint. We have a total operating budget of $1 single dollar. I am using that solitary dollar right now to secure a promotional trial on Shopify. This is our digital real estate, the plot of land where our storefront will stand. But a blank website is just an empty warehouse. To fill it, we need a brand identity that exudes premium authority, and we need it in minutes. I switch over to a free AI image generator to design our logo and hero images. I prompt it to create a minimalist, high-trust, Scandinavian-inspired brand aesthetic. The AI instantly generates a sleek, vector-style logo that looks like it cost a Madison Avenue design firm $10,000 to conceptualize. I upload it to the store. Now comes the copywriting, which is arguably the most lethal weapon in e-commerce. You cannot write copy that merely describes what the product does. You must write copy that makes the customer feel understood. I return to our AI language model and feed it a specific framework: the problem, agitate, solution method. I command it to write a high-converting landing page that directly speaks to the burning nerve pain in a remote worker's wrist. The AI generates a narrative that is emotionally resonant, urgent, and deeply persuasive. It crafts bullet points that dismantle objections before the customer even consciously forms them. It structures the pricing tiers to leverage the decoy effect, subtly pushing the buyer toward our highest margin bundle. I copy and paste this psychological architecture directly into the Shopify framework. We add a countdown timer, not a fake spammy one, but a legitimate offer for free shipping for the first 48 hours to manufacture real scarcity. The aesthetic is incredibly clean, the copy is razor sharp, and the checkout process is completely frictionless. We have engineered a digital environment that commands respect and demands the swipe of a credit card. 25 minutes remain on the clock. Our store is fully operational, and yet none of this magnificent infrastructure matters if no one knows we exist. A beautifully constructed store, hidden in the darkest corner of the internet, is nothing but a digital graveyard, which forces us into the most aggressive phase of this operation: capturing human attention. In the traditional dropshipping model, this is the exact moment where the so-called gurus tell you to max out your credit cards on Facebook ads. They tell you to burn thousands of dollars testing audiences, optimizing pixels, and bleeding cash into the pockets of massive tech conglomerates in the vague hope of securing a profitable return on ad spend. We are actively rejecting that financial suicide. We have no budget for ads, which means we must pay for traffic with creativity, speed, and algorithmic leverage. Attention is the most expensive commodity on Earth, and to acquire it for free, we have to hijack the organic algorithms of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. People do not scroll short-form platforms to view dull commercials. They scroll to be entertained, educated, or shocked out of their dopamine-starved stupor. I command the AI to generate 10 viral video scripts tailored specifically for the TikTok algorithm. The prompt dictates that the first 3 seconds, the hook, must be visually disruptive and emotionally compelling enough to freeze a scrolling thumb. The AI spits out a series of scripts centered around a polarizing statement: why your expensive office chair is secretly destroying your posture and what to do about it. It is brilliant. It attacks a common belief, creates an immediate knowledge gap, and positions our ergonomic product as the hidden secret to fixing the damage. But how do we film this without a studio, actors, or a camera crew? We don't. We use free AI video curation tools that stitch together royalty-free stock footage of people working in offices, rubbing their wrists in pain, juxtaposed with sleek, AI-generated voiceovers. The synthetic voice we choose does not sound like a robotic answering machine. It sounds like a dynamic, authoritative tech reviewer. I drop the AI script into the audio generator, overlay it onto the footage, and use an automated captioning tool to add punchy, dynamic subtitles that flash on the screen to keep the viewer's brain hyper-engaged. The entire production process for 3 high-quality, algorithm-optimized videos takes exactly 14 minutes. These videos are not just pieces of content, they are digital soldiers deployed into the social media battlefield to hunt down our target demographic, capture their attention, and funnel them directly into our optimized store link.
We hit publish. The content is now live, drifting into the massive, chaotic currents of the internet's recommendation engines. The infrastructure is built, the traps are set, and the digital soldiers are deployed, leaving us with nothing but the ticking of the clock and the undeniable truth of the free market. 58 minutes and 40 seconds. I sit back, my hands pulling away from the keyboard, staring at the glowing dashboard that now represents a fully functional, global e-commerce business. The adrenaline begins to recede, leaving behind the stark, unbending reality of what we have just accomplished. In less than 1 hour, with exactly $1 single out of pocket, we have executed market research, secured a supply chain, engineered a psychologically optimized storefront, designed a brand identity, and launched a multi-platform marketing campaign. The 60-minute timer finally hits 0, its alarm echoing sharply in the quiet room. I am not going to insult your intelligence by claiming that $1 million is going to magically pour into this Shopify account by tomorrow morning. That is the toxic fantasy we came here to destroy. The harsh reality is that the internet owes you absolutely nothing. The algorithm might bury our videos today. The first batch of customers might hesitate. We might need to iterate on our copy, pivot our marketing angle, or ruthlessly cut our product and start the entire 60-minute process all over again tomorrow. But that is exactly the profound beauty of this method. We have completely eliminated the fatal risk that destroys most beginners. If this store fails, what have we actually lost? $1 and 1 hour of time. There is no bankruptcy. There is no garage filled with unsold inventory. There is no crippling anxiety keeping you awake at 3 in the morning. This challenge was never truly about the money. It was a demonstration of absolute, uncompromising resourcefulness. It was about proving that the barrier to entry for building a business has been completely obliterated by artificial intelligence. The gatekeepers are dead. The excuses you have been clinging to, that you don't have enough capital, that you don't have technical skills, that you don't know how to code, have all been violently stripped away. AI is the great equalizer, but it is merely a tool. It requires a human mind with the discipline, the resilience, and the sheer audacity to wield it effectively. Dropshipping is not dead, but the lazy, copy-paste era of dropshipping has been incinerated. The future belongs exclusively to the agile, the analytical, and those willing to leverage technology to punch far above their weight class. If you are ready to stop being a consumer of illusions and start becoming an architect of your own reality, take what you have seen here today and build your empire. The blueprint is in your hands, the tools are free, and the clock is officially ticking on your future. In we systematically dismantled the greatest myth of modern entrepreneurship, the illusion that you need massive capital to build a profitable business. We didn't just theorize, we executed. By leveraging the immense, unpaid power of artificial intelligence, we bypassed expensive market research, identified a hyper-specific consumer pain point, and secured a reliable supply chain. We forged a psychologically optimized digital storefront for a single dollar and deployed algorithmic, zero-cost marketing campaigns to capture the world's most valuable asset, human attention. This was a masterclass in aggressive resourcefulness. We proved that when you stop treating AI as a novelty and start wielding it as a strategic weapon, the traditional barriers to entry simply evaporate. You no longer need thousands of dollars, a coding degree, or a Madison Avenue marketing firm to launch an empire. What you need is the ruthless discipline to execute and the agility to adapt. If this specific store fails, the collateral damage is merely $1.60. We have engineered a fail state with absolutely zero financial ruin, allowing for infinite iteration. The modern gold rush is entirely digital, and the gold is in the mastery of these free, synthetic tools. The age of excuses is permanently over. The deepest truth revealed here transcends e-commerce. A lack of resources is an illusion. A lack of resourcefulness is your true bottleneck. AI is not a magic wand that does the work for you. It is a ruthless amplifier of your own ambition and intellect. If you feed it laziness, it returns mediocrity. If you feed it precision, it builds empires. To apply this to your life right now, you must instantly shift your mindset from a passive consumer to an active architect. Identify one persistent problem or bottleneck in your career, side hustle, or daily life. Instead of saying, "I don't have the money or skills to fix this," open an AI tool and command it to act as your expert consultant. Use it to draft your business plan, map out a zero-cost marketing strategy, or script a difficult negotiation.
Stop waiting for the perfect conditions or a sudden influx of cash. Weaponize the free tools at your fingertips today. Fail fast, risk nothing, and iterate relentlessly. If you had to start a brand new business today with only $1 and 1 hour, what specific niche or consumer problem would you tackle first? Please share your thoughts in the comments below so our community can exchange ideas and learn from different perspectives. If you found value in this blueprint, please subscribe to the channel. Your support gives us the absolute drive to continue forging more high-impact, no-nonsense content for you.